Madam Speaker, for us to achieve the bold vision enunciated in this presentation, we must have a tax system that incentivizes employment over consumption and income over idle assets. Consequently, Madam Speaker, we shall be directing the national fiscal policy to consider and advise on the abolition of the 15% and 20% income tax bands as early as the next fiscal year. Under this proposed system, Dominicans will only start paying income tax when the income reaches the 35% tax rate. This is a major, bold move, Madam Speaker. Yes. By this measure, we'll remove all the payments from the payment of income tax. All Dominicans earning less than what can be termed a decent middle income salary, and all of those earning more will only pay tax on the income above this level. In this move, we're saying to all the Dominicans, we're saying to all that Dominica is a place that does not penalize work and income. The most important aspect of this change would be the increased incentives to work and earn, but it will also serve to simplify our tax system with only one rate of income tax. The National Fiscal Policy Panel will be charged with the responsibility of advising on this measure, and I would hope to be in a position as of the next fiscal year to gradually introduce this new income tax structure for Dominica. In the interim, however, Madam Speaker, I am aware of the great relief that our tax structure, as modified over the last 7 years, has brought to hundreds of Dominican workers in the public and private sectors. We moved the income tax threshold from $15,000 to $25,000, and this has aided many. But I do not believe it has assisted enough of our employees. We shall await the advice of the experts, but in the interim, I wish to further ease the burden and enhance the cash flow of workers in Dominica by increasing the minimum income tax threshold from $25,000 per year to $30,000 per year. This means, Madam Speaker, that effective 1st January 2018, no person earning $30,000 a year or less will pay income tax, and those working for more than $30,000 a year will have the first $30,000 exempted from income tax deduction. Although this is a major move in regard to incentives in our country, and as a measure of our new direction, the revenue foregone would represent less than 5% of our current revenues. There will be those who will consider that 5% of revenues will be recovered through the expansion of our economy. But we will conservatively assume not, and instead we would moderate our other concessionary expenditures within the fiscal year in order to maintain a near-zero primary balance in our fiscal accounts. This measure is not being funded by debt, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, in the medium term, we expect to replace this loss of income by adding a new feature to our successful Citizenship by Investment program. We're examining a plan to encourage some of our new citizens who do not reside in Dominica to consider becoming tax resident here in our country. The advantage for them would be a tax identification number, which is increasingly becoming a requirement for carrying out international business. Our new citizens have already passed a thorough due diligence exercise, and for those wishing to become tax resident here without being resident in Dominica for the normal requisite time, we may give them the option of becoming tax resident as long as they pay a minimum amount of income tax in Dominica. This would serve a number of purposes. Most importantly, it would ensure that our engagement with our new citizens is deeper and more continuous. But it also has the potential to provide a substantial amount of additional revenue annually. It is likely that this new proposal, which must be designed carefully so as to maintain the integrity of our existing program, could yield more than $34 million raised last year by all of our existing income taxes. Madam Speaker, we're excited that this proposal would graduate the CBI program to a new level, from a program based around an initial investment to one where there was a constant flow of annual taxes from new citizens. As soon as we are satisfied that we have the right design and fully assess the cost and benefits and the risk and opportunities, we'll bring it to the Parliament.